As a super cool, big-time, famous YouTube celebrity influencer, I know a thing or two about being pretty cool. Just ask one of my biggest fans at JappleSnap, who seems to be especially fond of my hairstyles. Influencer! But even a cool guy like me can get overheated sometimes.
What is that? Did you order more car parts?
No. The same can happen with my B9.5 Audi S4. Even though this car is cool, like me, it can still overheat when it's pushed too hard. But don't worry, 034 Motorsport is here once again to save the day.
Yay!
Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into a must-have upgrade for any Audi S4 owner hitting the track, the 034 Motorsport Radiator upgrade for the B9 and B9.5 S4. If you're pushing your 3.0T hard on track days or back roads, this mod will keep your engine cool and your lap times hot. So stick around as we install it, test it at Willow Springs Raceway, and get an expert opinion from a pro Lamborghini driver. So hit that subscribe button, grab a cold beverage, and let's get to work. You're watching Midlife Mods. Let's talk about why your S4 needs a radiator upgrade to begin with. Well, the B9.5 S4's 3.0T engine is a beast, pumping out about 350 horsepower stock, and even more with my 034 Motorsport tune and mods, which brought the car to around 500 horsepower with E85. But all that power generates serious heat, especially during track days or canyon runs. That's where the 034 Motorsport radiator upgrade comes in. This bad boy is designed to replace your stock radiator with a larger, more efficient unit engineered with CSF radiators. It's perfect for track enthusiasts like me who want to keep coolant temps in check lap after lap. And according to 034 Motorsport, it's been extensively tested on their development S4s at racetracks and back roads. So you know it's built for the real world. All right, let's take a closer look at this radiator. Straight out of the box, you can see it's a step above the factory unit. It's larger, with 65 individual two-row B-tube cooling tubes, way more efficient than the stock radiator's traditional O-tubes. These B-tubes are seam brazed, increasing heat transfer surface area by about 15%, which means better cooling in the same space. Plus, it's made with thinner, lighter aluminum for improved performance without adding bulk. What I love is how it integrates seamlessly with the S4's cooling system. No hacking or custom fab needed. It's a direct replacement designed for this platform. And if you're really pushing your car, 034 Motorsport recommends pairing it with their auxiliary side mount radiator upgrade kit for maximum cooling. But this video, I'm just going with this single upgrade. I'm back here with Oliver at Warhammer Motorsport, my go-to shop for all track prep needs. If you want to get behind a real race car or get your car prepped for your next track day, hit up Warhammer Motorsport. Now, installing the 034 Motorsport radiator is supposed to be a straightforward job according to 034 Motorsport. They rate it as a moderate effort, taking about 1 to 2 hours. We'll see. All right, we're gonna shortcut this installation because it really did take a while. You gotta get the car up on the jacks, you gotta start stripping all of the bolts that are under the fenders, that are in the bumper. You just really gotta pull off everything. So here, Oliver's taking everything off, including the bumper that you see here. Next, we gotta remove the crash bar. Also, the headlights have to be removed for this installation. Next, we got the Wagner intercooler coming off. Trying to figure out how much horsepower I lost from that. Intercooler ruined. Yeah. After the intercooler comes off, you can simply set the condenser off to the side.
Okay, now we got. Really, bro?
What?
That's funny. Good stuff. Now that we got all this stuff off, condensers off, intercoolers off, all this stuff off. Now it's time for these fun clips. Okay, headlights have to come off. Headlights sit right here and won't allow you to have all of this stuff come off. So these clips need to come off now that everything's off. So it's got 2 tabs in the middle right here. Okay? Now what I found is you clip them with your fingers. You're sticking a screwdriver under here and lightly pull up. and it's gonna release, and it pulls right up, and these things come out. It's a pretty cool design, like a pretty cool, like, quick release for these to hold them in place without any screws or bolts, but that's how you do it. Nice. These tabs pull in and pry up at the same time because it's held in by these.
All right, there's the Radiator, the OEM one, and this is the new one that is going in from CSF and 034 Motorsport. Removing some more bits and pieces to get access to the radiator and the hoses. You got to disconnect all of the hoses from the radiator, and the radiator is going to bleed all of the coolant. So make sure you have a bucket or something that can catch all of that coolant draining from the radiator. Then you got to disconnect the electrical that's going to the radiator fan. Now this fan's going to be repurposed and put on the new radiator. The OEM mounts are going to go on the new radiator, so that's what Oliver is installing here. Basically everything that's on the OEM radiator is going to pop off and go onto the new radiator. It's a direct drop-in replacement. The fan drops into these cradles that are on the new radiator, as you can see here. You just got to tighten them down. New radiator is going back in. Reconnecting the electrical harness, popping the radiator mount clips back in, condenser goes back on, and the Wagner intercooler coming back, crash bar going back on, headlights going back on. Now we're gonna do a pressure test on the new system to make sure that there's no leaks in the hoses. So Oliver is gonna use some compressed air to pressurize the system and make sure that there are no leaks in the hoses. There weren't, and so we're gonna pump in the new coolant. We're using water wetter and water mixture to pump the coolant back into the system. Oliver got the radiator installed in about like 2 hours. It was roughly 2 hours. Add a little bit of extra time for putting all the body panels and nuts and bolts back in. But how would you rate the install? Medium?
I would rate it that you need professionals to do it because it's not straightforward.
Get a professional to do it. This install is done, and now we're gonna head to the track. We're here at Willow Springs Raceway at the Streets of Willow track to put this radiator through its paces. I figured I should invite a few of my friends along as well to see how my car holds up against their exotics. But just to be sure this mod can stand up to serious abuse, I invited pro Lamborghini Super Trofeo driver Keon Tandon to put my car through the paces.
Hello.
He's gonna take my car out and show me the line here at Streets of Willow, as well as give me his overall assessment of how well this car has been modded. So, here we go.
Keep it all the way out here, get the car loaded, now start pointing this way. Keep it straight over here. Really important to set this up, because it's a long straightaway, right?
Think of the car setup after all these mods I've done to it.
I was surprised on how it handled. There's a little bit more weight that I'm used to, but other than that, it was actually really quick. Like, it pivots really nicely, and it for sure is really, really fast. I was more than what I thought it would have been.
Nice. Thanks for driving it.
Yeah, no problem.
One of the great things about coming to a track day with your buddies is they let you drive their cars. I just got out of the E30, Oliver's car, and now I'm gonna hop into this Taycan S. It's gonna be my first time driving an electric car around the track, so let's see how it goes. It's got some spaceship noises. It's got a surprising amount of grip for being so heavy. And the turn-in is incredibly precise for being as heavy as this car is. I'm honestly shocked at how quickly this car turns in. Now you can hear the tires. These are not track tires. These are street tires, Continentals, and they're hanging on for dear life. The acceleration is mind-boggling, and there's no engine feedback. So, you know, you're wondering, well, how fast am I really going? Am I coming into this corner too hot? You gotta just listen to the tires like that. hang on and hope that the grip is there. I hear the tires talking to me. Now I'm driving in Sport Plus mode right now, which has traction control on. It's gonna make sure I don't put this thing into the dirt, but it's letting me have a little bit of fun with the weight transfer. A little bit of tire squeal. This is unlike any other driving experience I've ever had. Oh, instant torque coming up the hill. Woo, those tires are talking. The brakes feel amazing on this car. Let's see if we can pitch it sideways. Oh yeah, fight for grip. Take on, fight for grip. Hang on. Yoo-hoo! We got this, baby. Come on, baby, give me some grip. Oh, there we go. Ease out of that apex. Slow four-wheel slide. Woo! This is a heavy car. You can definitely feel the Porsche fighting with all of its technology to keep this car on the track. It's working hard. The nice thing is you got a low center of gravity with the battery underneath. But still, this is a beast, and it's definitely a workout to keep it on the track. All right, I think that I've had just about enough of this Taycan 4S. What an experience. Great job, Porsche, but I gotta say, I'm still gonna go with internal combustion engines. Sorry, I'm old-fashioned. All right, guys, I'm here with Oliver.
Let's go!
From Warhammer Motorsport. You know, after all the work he's done on my car, I just thought it was appropriate to hand him the keys and give him a chance to drive it.
Woo-hoo! Man! Wow! Man, that kick is crazy. Man, I love the way this car handles.
Well,
it's fast.
Well, it's a lot faster than stock, that's for sure. The E85. The E85 is quite the difference in 91. You got to keep to really get that power. You got to keep it above 35 k RPM. But man, it turns really sharp. You honestly couldn't tell that thing's over 4,000 pounds. You know, you really can't. Like, hugs, tires are good, brakes. We definitely tested the brakes on that one, and the brakes were really, really good, really solid. So 034, A+ for me.
So after testing the car all day, how did it do? Well, let's get the recap. With ambient temps around 75 degrees, we ran multiple sessions, pushing the car hard. The results? Rock solid coolant temps, even after back-to-back hot laps. Recovery time between runs was noticeably faster as well, thanks to those tubes dissipating heat like champs. This is a set it and forget it mod, no extra maintenance needed. For us midlife gearheads balancing track days with daily life, this upgrade gives you confidence to push your S4 without worrying about cooking the engine. Priced around $700, it's a solid investment for any track-focused build. So what do you think of the 034 Radiator upgrade? Is it going on your S4 build list? Drop a comment below and let me know what cooling mods you're running or planning. Big thanks to 034 Motorsport for making killer parts for our Audis. Check out the link in the description to grab this radiator for your B9 or B9.5 S4. If you're loving this content, smash that subscribe button. We're all about inspiring each other to chase our car dreams, whether it's a garage build or a track day. Got a mod you want to cover? Let me know. That's it for our 034 Motorsport Radiator upgrade, install, and review. Follow me on Instagram at @TheMidlifeMods for behind-the-scenes action. Thank you for watching Midlife Mods.